What's up? What's good, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more CSGO news. Let's not waste your time. The major is over with. That's back in the past. I did a recap video on that yesterday if you do want to check it out. But you guys are here for roster shuffles, okay? I will break this down every single day here on this channel. And the best part about it, I will try and put as many roster trades and roster shuffles into one video as possible. And this is the video you want to probably watch because, well, there are countless roster rumors out there, roster shuffles underway already. So let's break it down. I'll timestamp each team down below if you guys want to bounce around to your favorite teams. Let's start with the French scene though, that being G2. Apparently Shox and Lucky are out of the lineup. Now where they might go we'll discuss in a second here. Their replacements though might be from Team Crazy, supposedly, according to Nell. I will link his Twitter down below for all of you guys. He did some great work as per usual in the French scene. It could be Shox and Lucky out, Hunter and Nexa from Team Crazy in, although it was actually Crazy CEO taking to Twitter this past weekend to call out Ocelot, the G2 owner, for player poaching. I'll probably have a solo video on this because when it comes to esports poaching, and especially poaching in CSGO, it's not near as bad as it sounds. Pretty much every team out there enjoys a good poach every now and again. So despite that being said though, G2, Shox, and Lucky could be out. Some crazy players could be in. It does continue for the French scene though. I think the bigger surprise, besides Shox now being a potential free agent, will be Vitality benching NBK. And in their post as well, ironically, they talk about his professionalism around this whole entire thing. He tried to leak his own thing on Twitter, not a huge deal, but apparently some Discord messages around him surfacing. I cannot confirm that's his actual Discord account, but a lot of people seem to think it is. And so, you know, he's already saying that apparently the players are dead to him. I'm not really going to talk about that. I think the bigger news here is this, guys. NBK is out of Vitality before RPK. Apparently, the whole team did actually agree they needed some changes. They were having trouble being consistent, and so NBK was the guy, and he's now bye-bye. That's very, very shocking. And speaking of which, thanks to Nell again, it will be Shox as one of the potential replacements for NBK and Vitality alongside a potential Kioshima. As of right now, rumors do say Shox or Kioshima will replace NBK on Vitality, and I am very, very skeptical about this in the future. Vitality, I mean, shocking stuff, guys. I think it's really respectable for a team who is clearly not the #1 team in the world to make improvements or at least try and make changes to improve. And we've seen G2 do this time and time again now after every single major. But Vitality, they were pretty darn dominant throughout 2019. Their best year yet, their best few months yet, although yes, they are a very new organization. The fact they are changing out NBK is a huge risk, and I'm not sure Kioshima can fill that gap. But if we get a great Shox like he was years back, this could be a step in the right direction. But huge surprises from the French scene, but we're not even close to being done yet. And our next story here, guys, a moment of silence. For all of you Brian fans out there, for all of you Na'Vi fans out there, and if you are a diehard Na'Vi fan, then you know who Brian is. Today we lost a good one, folks. Today we lose Zeus. Well, we announced that we lose Zeus. We're actually losing Zeus after Blast Pro Moscow, but still, condolences, guys. It was expected. Zeus is now officially going to step down into retirement from the Na'Vi roster. I just want to say a quick rest in peace segment for that. A huge announcement nonetheless. I'll probably have a more serious announcement in the future, but for now, Brian, our prayers are with you, my man, forever and always. Much love, much God, much love. Yeah. But in the biggest news, guys, a total transition from happier stuff out there thanks to Don Hossie. If you guys do not know this guy by now, yes, I will link his Twitter down below. Blah. All he does is talk a lot, but he does talk about some huge roster moves happening, and this will be an individual video coming probably tomorrow or sometime this week. That being the possibility, a rumor out there saying that 100Thieves, as we do know, was actually in Berlin with Nadeshot recruiting or trying to, you know, get some advice out there as to what teams they could sign. According to Don Hossie, he has been told 100Thieves are targeting none other than NRG in the Tarek roster. The Tarek content team is being targeted by 100Thieves. As I said a minute ago, guys, I will have an individual video on this if it does happen. This would be insane, and I really do think it makes a lot of sense. I've talked to an organization out there about signing teams before, you know, exactly what their process is, mindset-wise, of how they approach the scene right now, into who they could possibly sign. 100Thieves signing NRG, the second best NA team at where they are right now, and in terms of price, we can only speculate where they are as well. I I think that's a great signing. There are not many great signings out there of teams who can constantly compete probably at S-tier events, and what we saw from NRG at this past major only proves they can really compete with those top level of teams. I think it's a great idea from them, although NRG just did rebrand, and this CSGO team being a large part of their organization, it does come a bit of a surprise. But if 100 Thieves signs the NRG current roster, we not only have 100 Thieves back on top of NA or close to the top of NA, they've come back with a pretty swell roster, a roster that's looking pretty solid post-major, and I couldn't be more excited about that. Also, thanks to Don Hossie as well, guys, FaZe clan changes are currently underway and seemingly about to happen sometime very soon. It will be apparently Broky from the Epsilon roster, who has already left the Epsilon roster. He was practicing with the team a few days ago. It was actually a leaked screenshot as well. Don Hossie brought it to light from the HLTV forums. Alongside that was a player known as Dick Bomb. Apparently that is Coldzera. They were playing in place of Guardian alongside Olof Meister. So it could be potential replacements from both Guardian and Olof Meister, from Broky from Epsilon, apparently a young up-and-comer who they saw potential in, and alongside him, it could be a new replacement as well, that being the expected Coldzera. Which again, if you're a FaZe fan, you gotta really wonder. I hope it works, right? A lot of these teams are gonna be changing. I have my list as well, and I'm not even gonna bother memorizing it, guys. Here are all the teams that we know as of right now should be a little bit changed. MIBR, of course, still have KNG, now fully confirmed. Alongside ENCE and Sunny, we have G2, Vitality, Navi, FaZe, Crazy, 100 Thieves, MIBR, ENCE, I just said, Complexity, Greyhound, NIP, Virtus Pro, all of those teams so far, at the very least. We could throw in Fnatic. We can throw in a few other teams as well that are gonna have changed rosters, if not by Blast Pro Moscow shortly afterwards. This is possibly the biggest major post-major roster shuffle of all time, and I cannot wait to see what happens with a lot of these teams. If I did miss any, please comment down below. I will cover them tomorrow. I tried to cover as many possible rumors out there or official announcements as of today. My head hurts. And in closing thoughts, you got to think about this. I said this the last major because pretty much every post major I've said this over the past, I would 2 or 3, especially after last major, guys. These teams, yes, they are making changes to improve. You got to respect that, right? But when they do so, they make it a lot easier for teams that don't change, that being Astralis and that being Liquid, right? We have now, what, 10, a dozen really top 20 teams, if not top 25 teams, a lot of them in the top 10 as well, making changes. It only makes it easier for a team like Astralis to keep on dominating. And I hope Liquid does not follow suit and change because, I think just a bit of a fumble here and there. It's crazy. I love it. I love CSGO, and I really like you guys watching my videos. Thank you guys very much for all the support. I'll be breaking down CSGO and other great esports news here all day and all week long. Thank you all for subscribing. The comments, you guys really do keep me going, and we are growing. It's crazy. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you back here sometime soon. Until then, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.